Hello and welcome to today's session. Last week we dealt with the symbolization of lines and polygon features. I said in our next session we are going to do symbology for points, but before you do that, it will be easier if we first exported our points into separate standalone layers. So how do I do that, or how do we do that? First of all, we are going to open our attribute table. I want to create a shape file for just trees, so I'm going to select all our trees. After I select all our trees, you close the attribute table, you come and right click on our layers to our point layer, and then go to data, export data. I'm just going to change the name here to trees. Under save as type, you can see you have a variety of file types you can choose. I'm just going to use shapefile. If you choose this one, then database feature classes, then it means you want to save your points inside a database. You can go with that one, but that would mean that you'll have to select your database. So you can choose to do it that way, or we can use a shapefile. So I'm just going to click there, save. It brings me an error. It needs me to save it inside a database. So I'm going to open my folder connections, try and locate my database. It is not showing up. Okay, topo, desktop, topo mapping. Okay, so I can just use shapefile and then click on save. You okay? Do you want the exported data to the map as a layer? You say yes. Now your trees have been added to the map as a layer. You may not see a difference, but when you check this one off, just switch this off temporarily, the points layer, you see what we have here are just your trees. When you change the symbol here, you can change the symbol here to symbol for tree. There are so many symbols for trees. You'll have to choose one that is one that you like. I'm going to use this one, and once I assign that symbol for tree, then you can see that all our trees will be taking that appearance. I don't even need to name our trees because these are pictorial symbols. They are self-explanatory in a way. So I'm going to reactivate my points layer, and since I've already exported my trees and assigned symbols, I can deselect the selections. So again, I'm going to open my attribute table, see if there is another feature that I need to assign a unique symbol to. There is a tank here, so I'm going to select the tank, go to my points layer, export this tank to the same folder location I exported our trees. So I'm going to call this one tank, click on save. Okay, yes, there. You can change the symbol for tank here to something that closely resembles to a tank. So search there if there is a symbol resembling a tank, and you select whichever one is appropriate to your map, depending on the scale and the use of our map. So you can choose any symbol here. Because our map is quite large scale, I can go with these pictorial symbols. Remember, pictorial symbols are usually they occupy a lot of space. So if you choose to use pictorial symbols, then you know you can block some of the items. Because they occupy a lot of space, they can obscure some of the map details. So I've gone with that one, but it's not quite appealing. So I'm going to use a different symbols for our tank, I can use this pin. That one is much better. And then after I do that, I can just clear the selection. Let me see if there is another point that can be imported. I think there was a gate. This main gate, we can also export it to a shapefile. So select it from the attribute table, come to data here, export it, then call it this one as a gate, then enter. Okay, add it to map. Then you can change the symbol gate to something else. So search here for gate. Let us see if there is a gate. You can just use this one, and then you okay. Selection, you can clear your selection. Now you can see each of these points, they have a unique symbol, and I can export all of my points to no, I don't even need to export them at this point. I can convert all of them to spotlights by just renaming them. I can just rename them to spotlights. I may use them in future to create contours and such like. So you can just change the symbol here to something resembling a beacon, maybe something like that. So those can be the symbols for all our spotlights. And then you can save your data. So when we meet next time in our next session, we can look at something different. I think we've done most of the work on symbology. So next time we can proceed with a different task. Thank you for your attention, and